Welcome back to Coffee Talk.
Welcome back to 00875 with
8771 cash now. That's gonna be stuck. That's like a generation theme song.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. Monday, September 28th, 2020. Werewolf representative. Oh, actually, I should read them.
Yeah.
Headliner. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic.
Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedative.
Doctor from the Salak town arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Yeesh. What is that like for magicals? Is that like duplicity or like...
Well, you mean like cloning?
Or like, yeah, what is cloning in a fantasy world? Because like magic is absolutely available.
Well, I mean, like in D&D, there's just a cloning spell that just once you keel over, your soul just gets sent to that clone.
How is that ethically immoral then, if it's literally just a spell that exists?
Well, I mean, that's how the spell.
Oh, they're experimenting on the child clone.
Yeah,
so that would be that's the keyword experiment.
This is a different kind of cloning where you're just creating another person rather than creating a body that you're going to use
Is it like
later.
Rick Sanchez's Phoenix Project?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Rick Sanchez's Phoenix Project is exactly the cloning spell.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But this is creating a child that's going to be thinking and active.
Yeesh.
Currently.
Yeah.
It's not there to save lives.
It's on standby.
It's for something else entirely. Okay, back to the game.
Back to it. Let me get to... I've actually been practicing the Aku voice. Let's see if it works. Been listening to a bit of Pro ZD. Are you sure? Nope. Immediately lost it. Are you sure that would be okay?
Yes. I mean, it would be really hard to pull off. But it's something that'll make the story different.
Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully.
I know.
Oh, it's Gala.
No, Gala. Hey, Gala. I have to go in my deep voice. Good evening, everyone.
Oh no! Welcome, Mr. Gala.
Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Aku was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. How to Kill Your Samurai and Get Away with It.
My favorite.
Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax.
Nice.
Please don't let my presence interrupt you.
It fills up half the room.
Oh, don't worry about it. Although, I need to interrupt Aku for a moment.
Sure. How can I help you?
Well, I can have a cup of, coffee, since it's your job and everything.
Jeez, Gala.
Oh,
sorry.
You remember my remedy?
Of course. Do you want to give it another try? Or try again?
My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely different ingredient from either of those.
Okay.
Remember, it has tea and ginger.
I got it. All right, so we need tea and ginger.
Is mint new?
Mint is new, and so is cinnamon. We haven't tried those. I think we did lemon last time. I think we're gonna have to start eliminating options.
I think we did lemon and honey before.
Lemon and honey? Okay.
I think. I'm not sure. Well, okay, so this is my thought process. He says it's completely different from either of those, right?
Yeah.
Tea is the base ingredient, and ginger is a spice. Milk seems to be the only thing that's not any of those.
So you think because milk is not
That's just my thought process.
part of these like additionals. You think it's just like the milk might be the ingredient?
Well, I mean, we can try the others first if you want to. But
I'd rather work my way down. So let's do milk.
Yeah. Hopefully. Come on. Ooh.
Ginger milk tea. Should we do some latte art?
Let's do some latte art. Let's try this.
My best
show
part.
again.
This is the part that I was made for.
Oh, Lord. Oh, it's a representation of what you're doing now. It's all going up in smoke.
Gala, it's kiwi. No, I mean it's kelp. Dang it! I was thinking about it the whole time. Hold on, let me see if I can do. Oh wait! I know what to do. Reset. Boop boop. Boop. Boop.
What?
Boop.
What is
boop.
this?
I messed up. I was trying to do a dog.
Oh. You have to look for the drag.
Etch. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Stop.
Really cover up my mistake.
Hide my failure. No! One more. Okay. A dog this time for sure.
Okay, it looks like a koala.
Koala. Dog.
Now it has a mustache. It's Senor El Paco.
Dog. Dog. Serve it. Is this it?
Almost.
Yes.
But what's with that face? I think the face ruined the...
I don't get it. It made me sad.
But no, this is not quite it. So we're close.
We're close.
Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. I'll just be here, listening.
Don't worry, Mr. Gala. We're done for the night.
You're done. I have a lot new homework thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then.
Oof. Having heartburns. That's mean, Freya.
Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure.
That applies to you as well.
Oh, come on. Ooh, new person. Ooh,
It's Bales.
Bailey's.
Okay, so you play all these characters, right? Are you okay with playing all three if it comes down to it?
Yeah, no. I have to remember how his voice goes. He looks so sassy. Good evening, everyone.
Welcome, Mr. Baileys.
Heya. How are you doing, Freya? Get it? It rhymes.
What rhymes?
Heya and Freya.
Oh, I see. There you go.
Not good.
Not amused at all.
What's going on? Aku was just criticizing my story.
It's called feedback.
It's cruel.
It's necessary.
Sounds interesting. What's the problem with your story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. How many choose-your-own-adventure books have you read, sir? I barely find them.
Oh, do you remember Fighting Fantasy, I believe it was called, or Flight Fantasy? They were like a series of choose your own, like many dead ends and... Okay, maybe go back. Do you remember Goosebumps?
Yeah.
I did a lot of those. I did a lot of the Goosebumps choose your own stories, and those were...
Oh, I didn't know there were choose-your-own-stories Goosebumps.
Yeah, they're quite fun because they have like 8 bad endings that are really hilarious. Like you just walk into a pit, fall in, and you spend the rest of your days in the bottom of the pit. You're like, dang.
Oh Lord. It's just, I'm a pit man
Well,
now.
I guess visual novels could also count as choose your own stories like this, although this seems pretty linear. There are a lot of visual novels where the concept is the different endings are whichever waifu you routed.
Lord. Great.
Bad.
We're back to waifus. Thank you.
Sorry, I apologize.
Sounds pretty common so far. Instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to.
Now this is closer to the fighting fantasy books where you actually had stats like a D&D thing, and it basically told you can turn to this page if you choose to go it and you have this level of like perception or strength.
Didn't we play that book together? And it's like you pick certain spells.
I believe we did, and was the mountain, and I died almost every single page.
If I remember correctly, you hit a stone creature with a fire spell.
I threw a fire spell at a wind elemental, which turned it into a flaming wind elemental.
Oh Lord.
And I opened my mouth to say something, and it totally took my breath away. It really sucked.
Oh Lord. The score will determine which page you should go to. That sounds more like a video game than
and
a
this
book.
this is the visual. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Yeah, it's
A boo.
it's a boog. That last line is really good. A boog. But yeah, he's basically referring to how there's like a value system at the core of every like visual novel or narrative game that'll determine where you go based off of the values you choose. I don't know. It's just fun for me.
I know, it's not that original. But my target here is the mainstream audience. With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. Netstream?
And I think it's like Netflix.
Netflix. Hopefully. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market.
You like choose your own stuff, right?
I mean, the man who plays D&D, yeah.
Well, did you ever see the one on YouTube's?
The Choose Your Own Adventures for YouTube?
Yeah.
Not really,
There
no.
was like the recently Cyanide and Happiness one,
Oh.
where it was the trolley one, and you got to choose which track he went down.
I do not know about this.
That was kind of a fun, really fun marketing ploy he did, because you're basically getting 3 videos a week for all the decisions.
That sounds interesting. And highly ambitious, Freya.
I really like how he sounds, by the way.
The voice I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing kind of more of a smooth, because he looks like a player, but inside he's really nice. Just because I still ship him in Lua.
Yeah.
Just because I want to push that
you know
somewhere.
he has redeeming qualities because he's with Lua.
Yes.
Okay.
And, I mean, it's that you can't look at these characters one-dimensionally. You shouldn't look at anyone one-dimensionally.
Well, yes.
Unless it's a movie where they only make one.
John Wick, what does he do? He loves dogs.
And his wife. And what's he good at? Killing.
There you go.
At least it's simpler than my other idea, which is making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Do you remember like Super Fight?
I've never played it, but yeah.
It kind of sounds like that. You drop cards and you kind of do a narrative thing. I think there's actually a game called Loopy Lore that's exactly that, which is story beats. I don't think it's out yet, but it's something that we should check out. I think it'd be nice for us as storytellers.
What?
I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world.
Unlike me.
Unlike me. Screeches the portal. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting it in a world where only humans exist.
What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finish finished it. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was
no,
like,
it's okay. Yeah, I was like also hearing it, but I was like,
finished it. Okay. All right. As Aku said, though, I won't have the time.
I apologize. Also, I have a little bit of a twitchy thumb right now.
You get a trigger finger?
I got a little bit of a trigger finger right now. Too much of that fishing and Animal Crossing.
Oh Lord. Getting a normal pitch approved is always a steep climb.
Is already a steep climb.
Oh, is already a steep climb.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. Okay, so I just want to say that reminded me. Every time I hear someone ever mention a mountain, I'm cursed by the TV show Phineas and Ferb to think of the episode where
Doofenshmirtz turns a molehill into a mountainator.
Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Well, I will.
He actually does it. That show is pretty great.
Oh, that show is wonderful.
Even though it was the exact same episode every single time, somehow they just were able to keep it going.
Yeah.
And I almost wanted just a Perry the Platypus and a Perry the Platypus and Doofenshmirtz spinoff. Just them. Just
Oh yeah. I mean they do have episodes where it is like 75% them and like a 2% mini scene with Phineas and Ferb, and you just see their lower half.
Yeah, it's the best.
Those are the episodes you know when it's mainly going to be about Perry.
Yeah.
Sorry. What's the story about? What's the story all about? By the way, you'll have to wait for it because I don't want to. I don't want to spoil the fun, and I want you to pay for the book.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. No spoilers because money. money.
Okay. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything yet.
No, you're good. Sorry. Yeah.
I was like, yet.
What do you want to drink tonight?
Ginger latte, if you know how to make it.
Okay, let's see if we. Wait, this would be really easy. This is coffee, milk, and ginger.
Yeah.
Really simple.
Really simple. Wait. No.
Wait.
No,
That's not what he
it.
wanted.
No, trash it. I think we have to switch milk and ginger.
So ginger milk?
Yeah.
Less milky, more about the ginger.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, okay, so I've worked in a tiny school like coffee shop.
Oh yeah, you did.
So I know how to make coffees. I'm not an expert.
You just poured. I'm just thinking, like, was coffee really this easy to make?
All we had was really we had an espresso machine that could steam milk. So we really just did shots of coffee with milk.
I'm actually surprised. That's a pretty interesting setup for a school.
Well, it was in the library, and that's how the librarian earned money.
Dang.
Library
had her own hustle going on.
Well, I mean, it was to earn books for the school mainly, and for the book club.
Gotcha.
So it was to support something.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but it was fun. But yeah, we did it.
Yeah, that looks good, by the way. I love the shaved ginger on top.
All these coffees make me want to actually get into coffee more.
Yeah.
Like, this game actually might make me drink coffee once a week.
By the way, you got a macchiato today. It's your first time having a macchiato.
I got one of those iced espresso caramel macchiatos, the packaged like Starbucks ones.
And what would you say how it's like?
It's, for someone who doesn't usually drink coffee, it's like still getting weirdly into coffee, but the more I drink it, the more natural it feels. Because I'm like, I can taste the coffee, and I'm like, but it's not bad.
It's
like,
a lifestyle.
I like it. It's a lifestyle. I would just say I'm not one of those people that needs the energy people get from coffee. I'm someone who loves the taste of things.
And you're also naturally peppy.
Yeah. Peppy. Just wakes up in the morning, does the whole He-Man Hey Yay Yay song. As I wake in the morning and I go outside. Okay, let's
serve it. Here you go.
Thanks, Mario.
What?
Because you're like, here you go.
Oh, there we go.
Damn, this is good. With this kind of drink-making skill, you could rule the world one day.
Rule the world, you say? And he's like,
And that's how we begun on this journey to become ruler of the... Like, this is actually what was happening
no,
during...
yeah, I do like the canon that, like, he conquered all of the world and it only took him 20 years. And then he got bored and went to go do something else. And now in 2020, he's just a coffee guy who will then conquer the world again back in 2025.
Yeah.
And it's just like an on and off thing he has.
I would say the coolest thing about the series that I was always surprised out, that he had, like, a working society world.
It was...
Okay, maybe it wasn't working
No,
perfectly.
it was definitely like a conqueror's realm.
Yeah, which I thought was interesting.
A nation of the strongest ruling, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why your place isn't any bigger.
What we have here now is more than enough for me. Yeah, that's Snicker.
Whatever floats your boat, I guess. I think it's just because everyone thinks you could totally become, like, famous and earn a lot of money, but you don't do it for that.
But it's, yeah. You try running a coffee shop with dark powers.
So you try running your coffee shop with one person, as you see the other Akus in the back are just like, hey, we're here too.
Yeah. Back to Uruk.
By the way, how are you doing, Baileys? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in, you're dropping the project? Or worse? Hey, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, done quotes. Like a turkey.
I still need the money. Done as in I finished the job. You know, finished the job.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
What did you do with it? We gave it to top men.
Who? Top
men.
And just there's this person banging on a crate.
Indiana Jones.
Can you please let me out?
I spent the past few days making sure it's even done before the deadline. Could you stop laughing, please? Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her by using some design terms she doesn't understand. Have you ever done something like that?
Yeah. Of course, it's with the color theory, and it has to do with the Dego ideals.
Yes.
I see. Yes.
That Wimble Bimble. Oh man, give him more money.
How much do you want to believe that Dr. Seuss made his way through life by just making up terms, and that's how he got his doctorate?
What is a schnoozle hopper? Well,
give that man a PhD.
Oh Lord, I didn't read that.
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
Oh no, I did.
No, the phrase.
So you finished your job by bullshitting her.
Oh, that is the line that is currently on the screen.
By bullshitting. Oh Lord.
Oh, we gotta get back in the sync. Okay.
The finest bullshit, my lady. $9.95 per pound.
$9.95 per pound. That's a steal, if I have to say so myself.
Okay. I would say just paying for poop would just not be a steal at all.
It's good.
That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work out a few personal matters. We're both just looking at each other like, oh yeah. Oh.
Aku ...
Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college.
Yep, you're right.
What?
You called him out as a player.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Yeah. I call him as a player because it's like when we first met him, I'm like, he seems the kind of well, he's one. I feel like, okay, not to stereotype races in this game, but I feel like most elves are somewhat players.
they're all about the charm and dance of society.
Yeah, but he's not one of those like
is courting.
rich prick players. Yeah. He plays it off more as like an artist. So I was a bit of a player back in college. Oh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend.
You okay?
I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
Well, I was like having half burps.
Oh no!
That are not like actual burps.
They're just like, and they get stuck halfway. Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus.
Right.
Okay. Let's call him Cog Neck, the Destroyer.
Is that cognac?
Cognac Island.
No, I like Cog Neck better. Let's stick with
He
Cog
sounds
Neck.
like Conan's best friend. Cog Neck has a girlfriend. Still following. And that girl has a friend. The friend is the one I'm after. Ooh, okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why am I going British? Why? I don't want... Oh, now I'm going
No,
full
you're
British.
going full,
Now I don't want to get into full details.
I think you're starting to... it's almost like an association with almost like the way of speaking, maybe.
Yeah.
Or the charm.
But this incubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. I think we both kind of saw that coming.
Yeah, that feels like kind of like that's kind of the twist in the story you'd expect.
Yeah. Huh? He's a good storyteller.
Yeah.
Lua was my friend's girl.
Yeah.
Oh. Now we know why the friend's no longer a friend.
Yep.
Because he said my then best friend.
My then best friend.
Holy moly. This is getting spicier.
Dish.
You just see a cool... Oh, sorry, too much ginger. The other girl's name was... Let's call her Rose. Cognac and Rose.
Yep. Sounds like a robot flower gardener. Cognac just sounds like a robot name.
It sounds like a barbarian.
Yeah. Although, you were telling me something that there's a term used by your friends for gossip or details.
Oh, yeah. You had no... I almost dropped my thing. You had no idea that, people just come up to me and be like, hey, what's the tea? And I'm like...
The
what?
tea?
Like, when I first went to college, I'm like... What? And they're like, you know, the tea, the gossip, what's going on, the info of the day. And I'm like... Okay, and it wasn't until like this year that I started really getting into the word, and I'd be like, oh, this and this happened, and my friend would turn to me and be like, what's the tea? And I'm like,
the tea, the drink, like that's what they're referring to.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe,
unless it's the letter T, because I thought they were referring to like tea time when people usually got together
I think
and
that's
gossiped.
what they mean.
So what's the tea? Like, what's the dish and
Or-
what's the scoop?
or
and I'm like, wow, does that term just kind of go
Or-
through a change every now and again?
Or maybe it's a metaphor for the spices in the tea bag as all the gossip and the good news, and they're the water, and they're like, what's the tea? Steep me in that info. Steep.
Gross. Steep me in that info. That is... Okay.
Continue.
I went off a tangent.
I knew Lua thanks to her relationship... Okay, I'm back in it. With Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? It just turns to us. Okay.
Yeah. You too.
So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much, but I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. You know what I mean? Running, sports, basketball.
Active, yes.
So, Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cog Neck back in college.
You're getting that girl again.
I've never been out. I'd been out and I got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went in our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Cog Neck was sleeping with Rose. Dun dun dun.
Full
Bum,
audio
bum,
drama.
bum,
No.
bum, bum.
No, that's now you turn into Space Odyssey 2001. Just the gorillas, like him grilling out. Like, wah, wah, wah. Okay.
Okay, continue.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Holy mother of moly!
I love her expressions.
Yeah. I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, the anger, the sadness. And without even thinking about it, I'm not in the voice anymore. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cog Neck in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cog Neck was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids.
Dang.
Oh, Lord. He's pretty good. I think I see where this is going.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yes. I landed that one punch. And he beat me to a pulp.
Jeez.
Naked. Flailing everywhere.
Oh no! Can you imagine? It's like because he gets you into a hold,
Oh.
and then he does a leg sweep, and
Do
you're
you
just
give
looking
up?
up.
Yes, please.
Ah!
Just
I give up. I yield.
Easily.
He was also a fencing master.
Hey. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cog Neck. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I didn't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad. So Lua took care of my injuries.
Oh.
We grew closer after that. I don't even remember the exact date. But suddenly, that friendship turned into a relationship. That's one hell of a story. Write that down.
She's like furiously jotting notes down.
I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah. Yep. Lua came by a few days ago. How was she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was that type of girl. To go out with a model.
It's like
a gross term. You won't even touch it with a 8.5-foot pole. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight. About your family stuff. And then this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion. Gala just like turns
Yeah,
and looks
oh, I
and like, oh, whoa.
You're so right. As soon as you started mentioning hide, it looks like he put his attention on you guys.
What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval. Considering, what? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or I should say most elven families. They all think they're high and mighty. And he goes back to his phone.
Yep, just kind
they're
of
all
passively.
so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. They're unwritten, but they are surely reminded.
Yeah, it's like you got grandma in the back and she's the rules. Hey, none of that. And she starts banging on the door with her cane.
I just imagine like shriveled old apple, those like apple carving, like dried apple faces.
Yes,
of dolls?
yes.
Like I just imagine that grandma's coming up and it's like, you remember your rules? Yes. And he has to he has so many grandmas. He has to yes.
Oh, that's another
10,000
thing,
old grandma.
That's a thing you never consider in elves, considering they're immortal. How many generations back you have still just kind of
Well, I'm
just
wondering
screeching.
if it's
Like
immortal.
there's a pit of screeching grandma.
Well, is it like D&D live for very long immortal, or is it like immortal?
It sounds like the elves are immortal.
Like Lord of the Rings immortal, where they can only be killed if their physical form is killed.
I do think this is closer tied to Lord of the Rings elves than fantasy elves.
Yeah.
Oh, D&D elves.
For me, you were like the grandma on the back slapping, but for me, I'm thinking a musical number every week. That's like, oh, an elf must be. The reputation must succeed. We will keep you in your need.
They're like propaganda, like 1920s propaganda that has just existed.
It's like the Swan Princess. Practice, practice, practice.
The elderly can only speak in limericks. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Lord, sorry for my musical interruption.
No, it's okay.
I didn't really have anything there, just improv. Reputation and appearances are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. Scarves are against our religion.
No.
You can only have certain jobs. Jobs are deemed worthy. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Doctor, proctor.
It's like everyone's. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna go off and on. I wasn't even reading the line. I was just making.
Oh,
jobs.
gotcha. I thought you were reading the line.
No,
I was gonna say it kind of sounds like they're all Disney princesses in the first act.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Every elf is a Disney princess.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist.
Which you think would be a highly regarded position by elves.
Mm-hmm.
Considering.
Well, yeah, because art. It seems that they appreciate the arts, but they themselves don't demean themselves to do it. I don't know.
What? Elves? Come on. Art's
I don't
fine.
know. I think they love the beauty of it. I don't know. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. That's it.
They don't want you to be an artist unless you're the best at it.
So when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy. Screamed like they were on fire. Ain't that right, Aku? Not funny.
Not funny. And his eyebrows are crackling. His hair.
They told me I'd never be rich or successful.
Rude.
All that because you chose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining this country. Yeesh. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord.
Aku, shifty eyes.
Shifty eyes. Everyone else at the table is just like, continue. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing my family. Now I'm imagining spell on you. I do want to say now I'm imagining Lua as one of the Sanderson sisters.
That'd be pretty funny. She's like the fourth one that they don't talk about.
Thank you.
She became a lawyer.
Thank you, Baileys, for that marvelous introduction.
That's great. All right.
Just bust. Oh my goodness, that'd be great. You just get 3 witches who come into your shop. We would like children. I can only serve coffee.
I can only serve coffee. I can serve them in kid size though, and they're like perfect.
Would you like a kid's meal? A kid's meal? I can't believe they didn't do that show.
No, they actually serve children as meals. I'm shocked by this day and age. That would definitely be in the sequel. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I really hope they continue with the sequel. Whoa. I mean, come on. This is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist.
And you, sir, are a racist.
Just comes at it. Just look at her cheeky face.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Lua's the only person that can make me feel alive.
Ooh.
As I think of... okay, I'm sorry if I'm a musical addict, but now I can only think of the song Alive from Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh,
this feeling
yes.
of power and drive is the feeling of being Edward Hyde. Okay.
Oh, you know, they were going to do another bit where it's like, it's Lua.
She's the only thing that gives me alive.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, there. I connected it. We're good. We can go on.
Oh, careful.
It cursed me.
Deep breaths. Okay.
Okay, she showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I think that's the curse my parents were talking.
Pursuing dreams.
Pursuing dreams. I think she said something like "et amate pursua dreame."
Wow, wait, hold on. Was that real Latin?
No, but I made it sound... Well, I think "et amate" mean... I don't speak Latin. I wish I did.
It's pseudo-Latin.
It's pseudo-Latin. It's
Ite,
pig Latin.
mite, pute.
I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of that's a great word. Reconciliation with my family. I'm doing it like a soap opera.
It's fine.
I just don't get it.
It is kind of soap opera-y.
Yeah. I have no problems leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for both of us. What about her?
All right, Gala's in it
Oh
now.
yeah, I was just like, oh, gotta see that he's like more of a light teal.
I almost thought that was Freya until you did the voice.
Yeah. What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I get it from Hyde. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yep. Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought of it that way before.
This is almost like the telling of like someone with years of experience, and even though Bailey's is an elf, it feels like he's like still young.
He sounds like he's only in compared to human years in his mid-20s.
Yeah. But this is definitely that I've been around the block a few times and life throws some curveballs.
Mm-hmm.
And they are also spiked.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no. Sorry.
I'll just re-say the line. I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing bad to feel about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions.
I kind of like how he like looks away and like kind of like.
Oh yeah, this is definitely like they whoever wrote the story might have put in maybe some stage directions.
Oh.
I'm not sure, but I would say it's either the person who's writing put in some directions, or both the writer and the animator creator of the game is also a good storyteller in they know how people act and visually look. They're a visual artist is what I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, one day one of you might regret your decisions. One day you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her forever. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It may burn fiercely at first, but over time, it will die down if you don't maintain it. I'm like, wow, this is poetic. And now I'm thinking of like, Aku's like my eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to ruin the moment, but I'm just Aku just standing there watching all this. Maintaining it won't be easy. It'll be hard work. Because life is full of storms. And marriage, it will not survive on love alone. ... Whoa, that's deep. We'll have each other. That's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege. But you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill because this country they charge 20,000
Sorry, because in this country.
Because in this country they charge 20,000 for it. Don't know why I was having such a struggling time.
No, that's
saying
okay. Verbiage, sentences. Oof.
Yep. ... And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No. Thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Aku. And Freya? She didn't serve your drink.
Aku's like,
Bye.
and they just totally fade from reality. Ugh.
Oh, that was an epic conversation, but that was
I kind of like
sweet.
It's very sweet. I kind of like the two sides of the conversation with Hyde and Lua, and Gala and Bailey's, and just kind of like they're both kind of like the vampire and the werewolf have been around for a while, both dropping some hard truths on these young youths.
Yeah.
And I do the West Side symbol.
It's sweet and creamy, like this Starbucks caramel macchiato.
Just drop an advertisement.
It just comes across the screen.
Aku. ...
What?
You made me lose 2 customers in a minute.
Hey, that wasn't on me. If anything, it was on you and your flamey eyebrows. They were leaving anyway.
Are you going to write that in your book?
It's a secret.
If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around?
I'm not sure.
Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration?
Sounds like a great idea. Oh, good. We don't have to make her coffee.